The North Hollywood Shootout was one of the most infamous gun battles in U.S. history, taking place on the morning of February 28, 1997, in North Hollywood, Los Angeles. Two heavily armed bank robbers, Larry Phillips Jr. and Emil Matasareanu, had a long history of violent crimes. They had robbed banks before, using military-style weapons, body armor, and careful planning. On this day, their target was a Bank of America branch on Laurel Canyon Boulevard. At about 9:17 a.m., Phillips and Matasareanu entered the bank. Both wore homemade full-body armor that protected them from most handgun rounds. They carried illegal, modified, fully automatic rifles, Norinco AK-47 variants, an HK-91, and an AR-15, along with thousands of rounds of ammunition in drum and box magazines. Inside, they immediately fired warning bursts into the ceiling, terrifying customers and staff. They took over the bank quickly, demanding money from the vault. However, the vault was on a time lock, limiting how much cash they could get, around $300,000, far less than they expected. Meanwhile, police officers from the LAPD North Hollywood Division were already outside. Phillips and Matasareanu had been spotted before entering, and officers had set up a perimeter. When the robbers exited the bank around 9:50 a.m., the 43-minute gun battle began. The robbers opened fire immediately, spraying the area with automatic gunfire. Their armor made them nearly impervious to the 9mm and .38 caliber pistols and shotguns carried by LAPD patrol officers at the time. Phillips stayed near the bank entrance, firing at officers and civilians. Matasareanu got into their getaway car, but continued shooting as Phillips covered him. Police rounds mostly bounced off the robbers' armor, while the robbers' 7.62 by 39mm and 5.56mm rounds tore through vehicles, walls, and even helicopters overhead. Around 12 civilians and 11 police officers were injured during the firefight, many caught in the crossfire. Realizing they were outgunned, LAPD officers rushed to a nearby gun store, B&B Sales, and borrowed several AR-15 rifles to match the robbers' firepower. Phillips's rifle eventually jammed. He switched to a pistol but was struck several times in unarmored areas. Cornered, he died by suicide with a handgun. Matasareanu attempted to flee in the getaway car, but had a flat tire and couldn't escape. He engaged officers in a final standoff, still firing. Eventually, police shot him repeatedly in the legs, unarmored. Wounded and bleeding heavily, he surrendered but died before paramedics could treat him, partly due to blood loss. The shootout lasted 44 minutes, with nearly 2,000 rounds exchanged. Both robbers died. No civilians were killed, though many were injured. The LAPD's lack of high-powered rifles was exposed, leading to major changes in police armament nationwide. Departments across the U.S. began issuing patrol rifles and better protective gear. The North Hollywood Shootout remains a pivotal moment in U.S. law enforcement history. It highlighted the growing danger of criminals with military-grade weapons and forced policing to modernize. The incident has since been depicted in documentaries, films, and training scenarios as a lesson in preparedness, tactics, and the dangers of being outgunned.